We're going to take you on a tour down Cima Road in the Mojave National Preserve, located halfway between Barstow, California and Las Vegas, Nevada. This tour showcases some of the best examples of Mojave Desert vegetation, including the iconic Joshua tree. When we first created this video tour in 2015, we had already visited this area several times and captured many pictures of the plants when they looked their best in the springtime. You'll see them on this tour. According to many sources, the Joshua trees you see along Cima Road are part of the largest contiguous Joshua tree forest anywhere. Sadly, though, in August of 2020, fire devastated this area. All that's left now is a darkened landscape with the silhouettes of burnt Joshua trees. On this tour, we're going to show you how rich the vegetation once was here, then show you how it looked as of December of 2020. We're also going to take you to a few places that the fire didn't reach and where the vegetation still looks great. And don't be too bummed about the burnt vegetation. Although it is sad to think of all that was lost in the fire, keep in mind that fires are part of the natural world and new growth is already happening here. Let me first explain where this portion of Cima Road is located. Here's a map showing Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and Barstow for reference. This big area over here is the Mojave National Preserve. Let's zoom our map in and use the standard national park map for the preserve, courtesy of Gaia GPS. The easiest way to get to Cima Road is from Interstate 15. The exit is easy to find. It's located 26 miles northeast of Baker and 23.5 miles from Primm, Nevada. Let's zoom into the map a little more to look at the route we'll take on our tour. When you exit I-15 and before you start heading south on Cima Road, reset your trip meters so that you'll know where to find the places we cover in this tour. First, we'll head up the gradual slope of Cima Road as it heads towards a unique geologic feature called Cima Dome, which you can see here. One thing you'll see along this stretch of road is this unique sign warning about tortoises crossing the road. Here's what a tortoise crossing the road looks like. And here's what a tortoise conga line looks like. Don't expect to see that out in nature. We're just having a little fun with Photoshop. While walking around, if you see a big burrow like this, it was probably dug by a tortoise. This section of Cima Road is also a great place to spot wildflowers. The pavement sends rain runoff to its edges where wildflowers like to flourish in the springtime. These flowers are desert marigold. Our first stop will be a visit to Valley View Ranch. At 10 miles from I-15, we'll turn right and go down this road for 1.7 miles. Here are the remains of a large cattle operation that started in the late 1800s. We were not able to visit the site after the fire, so we don't know how it looks now. We'll continue on the road past the ranch and show you what the dense desert vegetation was like here, including a wide variety of cactus prior to the fire. Next, we'll return to Cima Road, turn right, and check out the Teutonia Peak hiking trail and the Mojave Cross. After that, we'll continue on Cima Road to the road's namesake, the town site of Sema. Cima, which means summit in Spanish, is a place along the railroad where they turned around helper locomotives for the long grade coming up from Kelso. A town was established here to support this operation. There may still be some old buildings left here. Every time we pass by here, sadly, we see fewer and fewer buildings. We'll show you what we used to see. And our last stop is the confusingly named Death Valley Mine. No, this mine has nothing to do with Death Valley. The Death Valley Mine is actually on private property, and we are unsure of its current status. What we do know is there are a lot of great artifacts here left from when this mine was operational. You can learn more about this mine from our Mojave National Preserve virtual tour guide. While we're looking at this map, let me show you the extent of the Dome Fire, as it was called. You'll see that our route passes through some of the burn zone. Some of the places in our tour, such as Valley View Ranch, may be closed due to restoration efforts. And as mentioned, much of the desert plants we'll show you are now gone. At least you can see what it used to look like using our tour before the fire. So, a little about the fire. It was started by lightning on August 15, 2020. And because there were many other fires going at the same time, this fire was given a low priority. It burned for almost 2 weeks. It ended up destroying 43,200 acres. Much of the Cima Dome area is now a graveyard of Joshua tree skeletons. It is estimated that as many as 1.3 million Joshua trees were killed in the fire, as well as countless cactus and other desert plants. Some of the historic ranch buildings and corrals in the area were also destroyed. The National Park Service is coordinating efforts to restore them. All right, let's get this tour on the road. We'll start kind of where we left off, heading up Cima Road, starting through the unburnt part of the Joshua Tree Forest, and then transitioning into the burnt area. Enjoy the tour, and please don't be too sad about the loss caused by the fire. It was a tragic event for sure, but life is already returning there. As always, we bid you happy exploring.